What's up, guys? Flameinoid here, coming at you with some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Another game on Dome. Just another game on Dome. I really like this map, as I've probably said before. First off, lately I've been having some uploading issues, so the video, wait, what? That video was actually supposed to go before another video that wasn't uploading properly. So some of the comments I made in my Barrett 50 cal video may not have made some sense due to the fact that I recorded that one after I made another video. So I do apologize. Hopefully you enjoyed that one though, because I really enjoyed it. So this game is a bit of a lopsided game. I was really contemplating whether I should have uploaded it or not, so I was kind of waiting, and then so I was just like, well, I mean, I might as well upload it. So, one thing you'll notice in the game is I actually die quite a bit. I do what I like to call, well, I don't, I like to call this going straight KD, in the sense that it's where, like, if you get a kill, then you die, then you get a kill, then you die. You just kind of go flatline for the entire game, which is not really the great way game, but I do go positive. I don't know. It's with a shotgun, so I was just kind of like, I might as well something different, use some other weapon than, assault rifles as submachine guns. But hopefully you guys like the twist. I kind of did. Yeah. Actually near the end, I get a wargasm, which is, you get all your kill streaks within 20 seconds, which is pretty pro, not gonna lie. So that's kind of my reasoning. If you see me die quite a bit in this game, is because I don't know, shotguns I found in Modern Warfare 3 weren't really overly powered. The only ones I would say that are generally overpowered is probably the US AG-12, I think it is. It's the first shotgun anyway, and that gun's pretty ridiculous, but that's just my opinion, quite frankly. I mean, someone could argue that every shotgun or every weapon is great. And in my opinion, technically all weapons are pretty good. It's just how you use them, and what perks, setups, what proficiency you use, and etc. in the game. So I think that's just kind of my way of looking at it. So yeah, this, again, as I said, this is a bit of a lopsided game because I actually get quite a few deaths, but I get some nice kills. Tips when using shotguns. I would really suggest using some sort of I would definitely suggest using steady aim, because steady aim actually increases your damage, because it's a lot more accurate, which making your bullets a lot more effective. So that's what I do. I always find that, and when you're shooting, always fire from the hip with shotguns. If you see, almost rarely do I aim down sight with my shotgun. I'll always be hip firing, because it's a lot more damage that way. And that's just the way I've done it. And I've used about 2 shotguns, Spaz 12 and the KSG 12. Probably my favorite is the KSG 12 for a particular reason. Spaz 12 is probably way better. I found that the KSG 12 is actually quite weak, but in my opinion, that's what makes me want to use it, actually, is just because it's actually a hard gun to use. So then that's what I really want to use, is guns that people don't tend to use as often. So that's just kind of my thinking of using these sort of weapons. And that was with every COD, I guess. I would be using weapons, that just people didn't use very often. And that, because then once you do that, you stand out as a player as well. Like, I don't know, I hope you understand that the way I'm thinking it. So yeah, so that's kind of it. But shotguns, in this game, I think they did a swell job, actually. I don't think they did spectacular, but it was definitely just a swell job. And yeah, the video's only about 5 minutes in, and I'm already running out of things to say. Kind of, again, it's just really lopsided, I guess, and I don't know why my video quality is cutting out, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's kind of it. So hope you guys really liked my Barrett 50 cal video. I really liked that that whole game, not gonna lie. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so as I said in my Barrett 50 cal video, broke 200 channel views, which is pretty sweet. Thanks again for all the support. I've said that in my descriptions and my comments. thanks again for all the support of 200 views. That is quite impressive on my part, considering I just started about a couple months ago. So yeah, I hope you guys actually learned something from this. Another tip for using shotguns, I would definitely suggest, as you're going around the map and whatnot, try to find a decent secondary weapon. As you can see, I'm using the FMG9, but I'm not a big fan of it due to the fact that it's very inaccurate. So I would suggest picking up an enemy weapon. You've seen me pick up plenty of enemy weapons, MP7, PP9M1, all these different guns, and use your equipment wisely when you're using a shotgun class. So use your flash, use your use your stun, use your frag, whatever equipment you use it wisely, because there'll be situations where you should really be using equipment, and then once you don't use it, then you die. So I would really suggest use it wisely. And yeah, it's kind of how I roll with shotguns. Also, always be on the move. Never camp with shotguns, due to the fact that shotguns aren't a very good defensive weapon. I would say they're more for rushing and for offensive personnel, if you know what I mean. So, like, as you can see, I'm not really afraid to rush. The only weapons I rush with are submachine guns and shotguns. Most of the time, I will not rush with an assault rifle, but occasionally you see me, rushing with all sorts of weapons, and I guess it's just kind of on your style of play. I mean, like, if you know you can, rush and do well with, an assault rifle, then why not? Like, it also depends what perks you're using. Like, for me, if I'm gonna rush, I like to spray, due to the fact that I can just fire as many bullets as I want and just hope I get some, I guess the term spray and pray. And it's actually kind of cool in this next kind of few minutes. Actually, I dance with a juggernaut. It's just this guy right here. We just go at it, and eventually we just get interrupted. And again, the KSG isn't very powerful. I would also suggest doing some practice with it. So just use a lot. Like, I find people don't give guns, a good chance. They use it once and they don't do well with it, and so then that automatically makes them not want to use it just because they had a couple games where they didn't do well. I would suggest getting it to like rank 10 before you can, decide. Just getting a weapon, feeling for the weapon, do you really like the weapon, or it's kind of my thinking of it. I use practically about every sort of weapon genre, so to me it's kind of no big deal when it comes to using different weapons and different styles of playing. Yeah, so yeah, we're at about 150 points here, winning the game, which is sweet. Yeah, so that's kind of about it. This is actually quite brutal how I'm just my mind's just blank right now. In fact, life is all right now for me. It's just kind of, I don't know. I really don't know. But how are you? I would like to know that. Why don't you leave a comment? I end my videos consistently, as you've seen me, I always try to say, have a good day, because, you'd be surprised what some people might think. If you're just like, oh, hey, if you go up to someone, you're just like, oh, yeah, how was your day? And it's like, well, he actually thought about me, or he or she just thought about me. I was just like, have a good day. So, yeah, just a world tip here. Why don't you just every once in a while go find someone after you're done watching this video and just be like, hey, have a good day, and, how you doing? Just have a conversation, because you'd be surprised what conversation can do to someone. Just be friendly to people, and that's the way I try to live my life, is just be friendly to everyone and try not to hold any grudges or anything like that. But yeah, actually, if you just saw, I just got my Wargasm thing. It was pretty sweet, just going on a rampage. Again, KSG 12, try to use your equipment wisely. I would also suggest using a recon perk, something like extreme conditioning or assassin, something like that. I guess dead silence would also work as well, but just try to make yourself, try not to rotate, or blah blah, just try to rotate often as well when you're using shotguns. But yeah, as the video is coming to a close, thanks again for the 200 channel views. It's been a lot of fun, so thanks again for watching, and have a good day.